Howdy and welcome back to the channel. I am Country Boy, and dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Because today we're opening up RoboCop from NECA. Yes, this is Whatcha Figure. Welcome back to the channel. And today we are opening up RoboCop, one of the coolest movies of the 80s. Just a badass guy in a big mech robot outfit. So cool, so bloody, so adult, not for kids when I watched this, and I should not have. Just a really awesome 80s movie that would probably not be made today, at least at this level. I know they made that one recently a few years ago, and it was like totally PG, and it totally washed out all the cool parts of the first movie. I mean, there's some good moments, but it definitely didn't live up to what this movie had going for it. There's so many things, so many quotable lines from that movie, and just such awesome moments. Just definitely a lot of blood and gore, and just a lot of F-bombs going around. Just really, really cool. Paul Verhoeven, one of his best. But you know what? Before we get to looking at the figure, let's get to looking at the packaging.
I'd buy that for $1.
Alrighty, here we have part man, part machine, all cop, RoboCop. The ultimate RoboCop, because this is from NECA, and this is their ultimate version, obviously. And I would say this is from the poster, I believe. It's got a bit of a sheen to it. I don't know if you can quite tell that on camera, but got a bit of a glossiness to it, which is kind of cool. So that's the cover, and then here you have the side here. You got a figure, a picture of the figure, Alex Murphy's face without the mask on. RoboCop, NECA, real toys at the bottom there. And you got a bunch of other figure images right there as well too, looking pretty cool. Him shooting a gun, just awesome packaging. And then more images of the figure right there. Got him with his whole getup going. And then on the top you got yourself the ages 17 and plus. Make sure you are of age, not like me when I was too young watching this movie. And then you got on the bottom there all the people who are responsible for this figure, so give them the credit that they deserve. So that's going to do it for the packaging on the outside. Let's go inside, take a look at this right here. Really shiny looking guy, really cool, looking really awesome, like the RoboCop should. And then there he is. There's the actual figure himself inside the packaging. So there's nothing left to do but to get into the packaging. And here we have Alex Murphy, aka RoboCop, out of the packaging. But before we get to looking at him or the accessories, I want to throw in just a little look at the inside insert of the box. So it's definitely got like a brick background and some garbage and stuff. Definitely kind of fits with the Detroit destroyed look that kind of comes with the movie. But it's similar to the background I already have here, so there's no reason to keep that. But let's look at some of his accessories, starting with this gun right here. This is his big police issue, RoboCop issued gun that he uses. Very minimal level of coloring. It's just straight black. Not very much going on there, but the detail is there. You definitely see like the line work and where the trigger would be and all that stuff. It looks like his gun from the movie, but very simplistically. And then you got this big old gun right here, this rifle. Got a tripod going on there, which is like a elephant gun, like a 50 caliber or something like that. I can't remember. Don't really remember everything from the movie, but you can see a little bit of different coloring there for where the screen is, or for where the lens would be for the sniper. But that's really it. Everything else is just straight black. Very similar to the other gun there, and very simply done. Just straight black, nothing really done. They could have maybe given it a wash, give a little more detail, but maybe it's a little more true to the movie that ways. And then he also comes with this extra hand of his, basically just a fist, but you can see he can hold something as well too. So there is a gap in between the hands, so you could put something in there if you wanted to. Nothing here will really fit in there that I can tell. Got a thumbs up going, so hitchhiking as well, and a big old spike sticking out. So he's gonna hack the computers, or he can use this as a weapon and just right through some guy's neck. Ugh, gotcha. That's pretty cool. And then he also comes with this right here, which you can attach to your gun, which is just basically a muzzle blast. It's like a smoke flame effect. You put that on the actual gun itself, and boom, looks like you're shooting somebody. Pow! That's the idea there. Pretty cool. It actually works pretty good. It's got a good effect. I'm probably going to use that if I have him set up with that gun. It's going to look really sweet. And then he also has this head right here, so you get more of Alex Murphy detail, the face, the more emotion you can see on his face. What's his, Peter Weller was the actor, I believe it was. And then you definitely see he's definitely got kind of more the stoic look still, like he is still like mostly a robot, but there is some life under there. You can see his eyes. Looking beautiful. It's still scarred up from the bullet wounds. Everything else going on there, like look at the little details of the gears and the cogs and the wires and everything going on. So you know he is a robotic man, a robot cop, if you will. So let's look at the actual figure himself. This is RoboCop. Got kind of a sheen, like a metallic-y sheen to him. Really awesome. I really like the way he looks. Really cool. And he's got the awesome visor look, you know, classic Cyclops from X-Men type look. He's gonna do a ocular blast right there. But he doesn't do that. That's not what RoboCop does. But very similar in looks with the top of the helmet and his visor and whatnot. Just really cool. I got I love the sheen. Like they give it like a bit of like a purpley bluish color to it. It's not just straight silver. I don't know if it comes on camera as much, but it looks really well done. Loving the way this looks. But while we are here, let's take a look at some of his articulation. So the head will go back about that far and forward about that far, side to side. Very decent. It's minimal, but it's good. Head goes all the way around if you need to, and as a robot, maybe he could do that. But the arms are very limited because you can see how much of a gap there is there. That is all you're going to get for up and down, but you can swing them all the way around like that. And there is no bicep swivel, but there is movement there, so not quite 90 degrees. And it's kind of neat because it is kind of like ratcheted almost. So it even makes more of a robotic look to it that way. Is the wrists rotate up here for some reason. I'm not too sure why they don't rotate down there. I guess they don't want to break up the gloved look as the idea there. I'm not too sure. I guess that way you can plug in this whole wrist piece. And this side I guess would be the same thing. And then movement for the chest. A little bit of movement forward, a little bit of movement back. Not very much, very minimal. Side to side. Decent, but not the greatest. He does have a waist swivel. You can see him swiveling all the way back and forth there. Not bad. That's okay there. Let's see. The legs go out. Oh, very little. Holy cow. That is like nothing right there. But they go forward and all the way around if you like to. So he's very robotic in that sense. The knees will back up about that far. So you got about 90 degrees right there for the knees. And then you do have some movement with the feet as well. And they got kind of a piston kind of a look there too, which I kind of appreciate because they do go in and out like that, like an actual piston will do. That's kind of cool. Not much for rocker though. Holy cow, there's nothing there. It's very limited for articulation, this guy. But one thing this guy does have is you see this gun right here. Well, he does have a place to put that. As you can see this little notch in the back there. Well, it opens up. Where is it? How's it? There you go. It opens up right there, and you can slot that in there. And it's like when he pulls it out in the movie, just so cool. It's going to take a little bit of finagling to get it in there. I know it's a little bit cumbersome to even close this thing. I played it a little bit, and I actually pulled off one of these pieces here. It didn't break or anything, but it did come off, and I had to kind of weasel it back in there. So I'll have to play with it a little bit. It's not the easiest thing to do. I'll do that off camera. So then I'll do some comparisons as well with some other figures I have kind of similar in this line. Not quite this line, but similar. So stay tuned for that. Hey, hope you're enjoying this episode so far, and if you are, hit that like, hit that subscribe, go ahead and leave some comments down below. I am CountryBoy9 with an underscore in there somewhere, also known as CountryBoyNiner in a bunch of different places. Twitch, Twitter, PSN, Instagram, by wherever you want to find me. I'm sure I'm somewhere as YouTube, like I said, and on another channel on YouTube called Wasted Opinions, where just me and my friends go ahead and talk about random stuff all the time. We bring up RoboCop every once in a while. We did an episode, or we did RoboCop versus the Terminator, the T-800. Go ahead and check that out. It's one of our best episodes. It's a Halloween episode versus. Check it out. I don't know if I can have the link in here. If I don't have the link, then just find it on our Wasted channel. I don't know how to do links. I'm terrible at that stuff. But without further ado, let's get back to RoboCop. Okay, so playing with him just a little bit more. I am not a fan of this holster that he has in his leg. I think they could have made it a little bit easier to handle. Every time I tried to close it, this one panel would kind of come off, and I had to kind of remaneuver it and put it in there. I mean, other than that, he's very limited in what he can do for articulation as well too. But I mean, that kind of also fits the character. If you ever watch the movie, he's very mechanical, the way he moves. And I guess it also suits his figure as well too. He's very, very mechanical, the way he's going to be positioned as well too. But for some comparisons, I thought I'd throw in some NECA figures as well. Here is the Invisible Man for the Universal's line. just cause why not? I thought I'd grab him, and very easy to compare these two size-wise. He's like an average size guy, so he's slightly above average size, I guess you can say. And the level of detail is just awesome for NECA. That's kind of why I'm throwing in some NECA here, which is what he's as well. And I also got myself a Biff Tannen from the Back to the Futures line. You can see Biff is quite bigger. Holy cow! I didn't realize he was so much taller than RoboCop. I don't know, maybe they just don't scale very well together. Maybe they made these guys a little bit bigger than they should have for the RoboCop one. But you can see level of detail is still all there. I would love more Back to the Future stuff. What are you doing, NECA? Bring me the Back to the Future 3 things. And this one is a not NECA figure. I want to emphasize that right now. I don't know if you've seen my Terminator video. This is not a NECA figure, even though he may look like it. But this is, I just had to throw him in here because obviously this is the fight that you think of when you think of 80s robot android beings, is the Terminator versus RoboCop. Who would win? If you want to know what we said on our channel on Wasted Opinions, check it out, because we did say in the Halloween Versus episode #1. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I sure did. I always love unboxing NECA products, whether they're breaking on me or not. You know, this guy didn't break, but he's close to it. It felt like he's still a really cool figure. So again, that's gonna do it. I am Country Boy. I put the sass in Sarsaparilla, and as always, be sure to let me know what you figure.